Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the pleasure of meeting with Raj Zablok. He's president of Zoho. Welcome, Raj.
Thanks, Gerhard. Great to be here.
So what makes Zoho a leader in the marketplace?
Well, how much time do you have, Gerhard? No, I think, one of the things that distinguishes Zoho is actually certainly software, and I'll talk about that in a second, but I think it's the way we approach the market and customers in particular. We've always been very sensitive that historically enterprise software vendors haven't had the best reputation with customers. They felt like they've had to overspend and the software was complex and never really got the ROI that they were looking for. So we are always very concerned and focused on making sure that customers get the value that they're looking for out of the software. That's one. And then the software itself, we've been in this business for over a decade, I should say over a decade and a half in terms of building SaaS-based applications. And one of the other hallmarks of Zoho is that we're very development focused. So we've put a lot of resources into building the applications. And in many cases, we've had the same team in place, the same product managers, all the way down to the support individuals on those respective teams. So we've got a lot of knowledge within our product teams. The products have matured to the point where they're best in class in many of the categories that we participate in. And so, in sum, that really gives us a leg up in the market.
So you have, 45 million users?
Yes, we do. 45 million users of the Zoho applications. And, that spans worldwide. We're in almost every country in the world today. We run those 45 million users across 8 data centers around the world. So it's a pretty large infrastructure and right. To support this growing right. customer base.
So the way you architect your solution, you have a common, like a tree, a trunk, and then you branch out different applications. Is that a good image?
Yeah, it is a good image. Right. I like that. I might have to use that. The other way I look at it is from a business perspective. What is a business trying to accomplish, and what are the typical workflows, processes, functional areas of a business? And those are the pieces that we try to address.
Right. So you address sales, service, back office, marketing.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So there is, with the growth of businesses, there's a demand for more and more applications. How should customers think about discovering and then using those applications in an integrated way that's integrated with the strategy?
Yeah. That's a really good question, and it's something that I'm passionate about, Zoho's passionate about, in terms of providing this kind of seamless, integrated experience for businesses and the users within the businesses. Because it can be a challenge trying to use many different applications with different user interfaces, different data stores, and try to pull that all together to support your business. So to your point, integrated applications are pretty key in our view, and a lot of what we've done over the last decade is to really focus on bringing together all the applications that a business would need. And this stems, as you said, from sales, marketing, finance, HR, and everything in between, which is a lot of the collaboration and communication applications that could be required. And those would be things like Office Suite, online signature, project management. And in 2017, we came out with something called Zoho One, which was an incredible step forward for business applications in that it provided this integrated suite within one application called Zoho One, and we offer it at a very compelling price point. So we were very innovative on price as well, if you will, where we charge essentially $1 a day per user within an organization to use Zoho One. And that means, whether you need a sales application or any of the other applications that I mentioned, that user has access to it. It's also something that we kind of describe as democratization of software. You don't have to be choosy about who gets software in your organization because, let's be frank, and historically it's been very expensive
Right.
for businesses.
Right. So how do you, over time, prepare the people who use the software in a way that it becomes really enjoyable, it becomes second nature to them?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the stories we hear is that there's a lot of resistance to adopting new technology. So the technology is designed beautifully, but then the user adoption hints at something, at some challenge that a lot of software providers don't address.
I totally agree. And if you can get that formula right in terms of making the software usable to the user, you get much better productivity out of the individual,
Right.
as well as obviously using the software, right? So that's certainly a focus area for us. One of the things I will say is that when you think of Zoho these days, you need to think about it as a platform that is customizable for every type of business. So it's not like in the days of old where you purchase this packaged application that is pretty monolithic. It's not going to change and customize to your business. And I think that's a huge advantage when you talk about solving the problem that you mentioned, where, how do we get users engaged? Now, if you have the application that follows the workflow in the business process that is already there in the organization, and you bring this in, it becomes much more seamless, right? And so that's something that we think is compelling. We think it's easy for businesses to do, or to work with one of our partners to get it, to get the software to be reflective of their business.
Well, thank you so much, Raj. For anybody who would like to get more information, go to zoho.com, and there's a wealth of information, white papers, and even free downloads.
Absolutely. Free sign-ups, and we'd love to see you on Zoho.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gerhard.